Capricorn, this is Joe, and we are going to do a quick read mid-June to the end of June to discover what is your superpower this month. Why do I bring that up? I think it's important because we all have strengths and weaknesses, and these things all manifest at different times of the year, different cycles in our life, different maybe times of the month. But right now we have a lot of planets either in or going retrograde, and I don't want to get into the astrology, but we also have this lunar eclipse, and so this is a very energetic time, and you could see and feel you could just see it happening, of course, in the physical in this world. But if you're empathic, you can feel it. You can feel the uprising of people wanting change, and people wanting things to be just, fair, and true. And I think there's so many things happening in this world, and I think Capricorn, you could benefit from either confirming what is your superpower at this time, or even getting some insight into that, or some confirmation. So we're going to pull one oracle card and one major arcana and one minor, and we're going to explore what your superpower is. Thinker. Okay, interesting. So we're going to see what your other cards are, and we are going to get right at it. So the Thinker, very interesting. Let's see, Capricorn, what comes out in this to help us bring about, and that fell out. So you can't really make this up. You have the Thinker and you have the Hermit. Okay, so we're gonna pull a minor, and we're gonna explore that. I think this is all about getting downloads right now. Getting downloads, packets of information from the other side of the veil, from the heavens, from the angels, from your guides. This is all. This is very just receiving wisdom from places that maybe you don't really quite understand. You have the King of Pentacles, so this is like the epiphany here, and we're going to get into these cards and talk about what your superpower is. It's going to be really quick, and then it's going to be over with. So with that said, we have here the Thinker. This is a very cool card, and I think that this, no pun intended, I think that this is really displays where you're at times two with the Hermit when it comes to understanding higher things. So your superpower this month is very much about bear with me, it's about silence and the wisdom that's found in silence. It's the wisdom that's found in observation. So you are probably in observation mode. You are probably taking in a lot of different bits and pieces of information that you're seeing, not only going on around you and in your personal environment, but in the world environment. But I think this goes so far beyond that. I think this is about receiving divine wisdom and insight, and I think you are a conduit for downloads right now. If you're open to that, or if you open yourself up to that, I think that you'll find that you get all kinds of messages and information that wouldn't have come from anywhere else but from above, so to speak. So as above, so below. And so I think what you're having as your biggest asset is this ability to act as, or to be a conduit, to allow messages to come in, and to really, I think the message here is to journal these things, or to somehow catalog them or record them and put them in a place, because if you open yourself up, and I think you might already be in this space with the Hermit and the Thinker, being able to direct like a funnel all this information in and right into your root chakra. And I think that you are very grounded and connected in a way that is optimal or prime for you to receive this wisdom from above. Virgo, I believe it was Virgo, or maybe it was Taurus. I don't remember, because I don't really remember as I'm rambling what I said. So that was several readings ago. But one of them, Taurus or Virgo, had channeling. This is kind of like channeling in a sense, but this is stuff that's coming in whether you like it or not. It's there, it's available to access. It's not something I don't think you have to really necessarily work at, but this is really receiving divine wisdom and insight, and I think it's because of an alignment that you have, or your alignment is in such a position that it allows you to just really have introspective understanding of things going on around you, around us in this world. And so there's this influx of spiritual wisdom and knowledge coming in for this month, and it probably carries over into next month for you. The Hermit is self-illumination, but not with ego. This is completely absent of ego. There's this illumination that comes from the inside, and that is sort of like being a beacon or a light to others, because this wisdom and this profound knowledge is something that you're going to be able to put to work for you this month. You're going to be able to use that to your advantage, and I think it's a great position to be in. With the King of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles can be like somebody that is very intellectually smart, somebody that is intellectually good at doing things. It's not so much the arts, but like the sciences and academics, perhaps. But so the King of Pentacles, somebody who's very learned, and they're very confident, and they're very good at what they do, and it's done with ease. And so I think this really plays into that. Not to saying this is about math and science or anything like that, but it's that energy of being very wise, very sound, and very learned. And this means that you are just very open to receiving things from places that you maybe don't recognize. Maybe you have before, but you really may not recognize it. And so this is what this is about this month, is having that realization that the Hermit and the Thinker are calling you to really, really observe everything around you, but observe what's coming into your space on the inside, because there are some very profound, deep, and important messages for you, and there's something for you in that to use to your advantage, to put to work for you, and to perhaps help others around you. And quite often, the most wisdom we can get from another person is from the person who's quiet, because they don't speak often, but when they do, it's important and you want to listen. And I think that's you, and I think that's what this is about. So the Hermit is definitely working in your favor this month. That is your superpower, and I think it goes well for you, Capricorn. I think this is great. I think if you are excited by this type of energy, this is perfect for you. I think it's something that you're really going to wrap yourself around and really dig into if you want to. It's up to you ultimately. So Capricorn, that's your message, that's your superpower. That's it for this little mini reading. We will touch base a little later this month. I'm going to be doing general readings coming out for July, so I'll be working on those amongst other things, and we'll talk to you again a little later. Thanks.